Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to May's wrap-up video. This is of course a video gaming wrap-up, so in these wrap-ups we talk about all of the video games I've purchased over the month, both physically and digitally, and all of the video games that I've played during the month. So let's get on with physical purchases, and I have a couple to show you. If you watched my bonus whatnot video a few days ago, you will have already seen this one. And I have my list here, which is why I keep looking over. But we have Cameo Elements of Power on the Xbox 360. This is a classics disc. I got this from Resale Wales on Whatnot for the grand sum of £1. It looked quite interesting. I do talk about it more in my Whatnot video. Whether it's good or not, I don't know. But I will give it a go. It looks quite interesting, and for £1, can't say no, can you? So if you've ever played this game or you know anything about it without giving spoilers, is it good, is it bad? Let me know in the comments. And the second and final video game purchase of the month, so it hasn't been a very productive month for buying video games, is Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the PlayStation 5. So this cost me £9, which I think is fairly reasonable. I have said that I'm on an Assassin's Creed journey. We'll talk about that a little bit later when we talk about the games I've played. I'm doing them in order, so I've got a while to go until I get to Valhalla, but I thought I might as well start collecting them, you know what I mean? So I'm ready for when the time comes. So as I say, that's all of the physical purchases. Let's now move on to digital purchases. And again, not too many. And they're actually not for me, they're for my husband. So he bought the Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition digitally on the PS5. He has played Age of Empires 2 before, it's one of his favourite games. He's dabbled a bit with the original on the PC. He's got the PlayStation 2 disc, so he's been playing it predominantly on the PlayStation 2. I think Age of Empires 2 was on Game Pass on the Xbox One, so he played it when we had the Xbox One plugged in. We do actually have it plugged in, but I haven't played the Xbox One for a while. So I think it was on sale on the PS5, so we decided to go ahead and grab it on the PS5, and he's been playing a lot of Age of Empires. I like the game, I've been watching him play it, but I don't think it's a game for me. And then he wanted the upgrade, so he paid for the premium upgrade for the PS5, and I think he made a boo-boo. So I think the premium upgrade actually came with the base version of the game, but the PlayStation 5 store makes it a little bit tricky, so I don't know if he technically paid for Age of Empires 2 twice. I don't know whether he should have just gone for the upgrade first, because normally, of course, upgrades mean that you have to have the base game in order to buy the upgrade. We all know this, right? But what's weird with Age of Empires 2 is it alludes to the fact that the premium upgrade has the game. So it's really, really weird. So if you know, let me know, did he pay for Age of Empires 2 twice? But that's the only digital purchases, so none for myself actually. And finally, so this is going to be quite a short wrap-up for the month of May, let's talk about games that I have played. Of course, Ark the Lad Twilight of the Spirits. That is an ongoing playthrough here on this channel, and actually I think Ark the Lad finished this month. Yes, it did. So thank you to everybody who watched my Ark the Lad Twilight of the Spirits playthrough. It means the absolute world to me. I would say that that's one of my favourite playthroughs now that I've ever done. I absolutely adore that game. So thank you to everybody who engaged with the Ark the Lad Twilight of the Spirits playthrough. If I'm remembering correctly my own upload dates, Fishbowl started this month to replace Ark the Lad Twilight of the Spirits. I think that's correct. Now, I've just checked. Fishbowl started late April. That's why I'm getting confused, not May. So, of course, I've been playing Fishbowl. That is an ongoing playthrough here on this channel. I adore that game, so I'm hoping that you're having fun watching those playthroughs. Then let's talk about Assassin's Creed quickly. I am still on Assassin's Creed Revelations. I haven't done much with it. I've been so busy doing other things. So I'm still playing Revelations, but hopefully I should be finished that by the end of June, and then I will move on to Assassin's Creed 3. I'm struggling so badly. Revelations just isn't keeping my attention in the same way that Assassin's Creed 2 did. But I'm on this journey, I really need to finish it. I think I have this pressure to platinum it because I've platinumed Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. So I feel like there's this pressure to platinum Revelations. But I think what I'm going to do instead is just play the game, maybe not even do all the side bits, just get through it and see how I feel after the fact. I think that might be the best way to do it because my attention is just slowly going and I really want to continue this franchise. It's a big, big franchise, the Assassin's Creed franchise, so I have a lot on my plate with it. So that's where I'm at with my Assassin's Creed journey, no change really, which is why I say there's a while until I get to Valhalla. As you guys know, if you watched last month's wrap up, I started playing Pokémon Shield for the first time last month, and I bought the expansion pass as well. I have since completed Pokemon Shield. I've done almost everything in the game. I loved the expansion pass, particularly the Crown Tundra DLC. I absolutely loved that. And overall, I can say now that I really like Shield. I would say it is my second favourite Pokemon game, Alpha Sapphire being the first. I've mentioned that many times. I loved Shield and I would absolutely play Shield again. But speaking of Pokemon, let's now move on to the next game that I started and finished this month, which is Pokemon Violet. Didn't like it. Didn't like it, I'm sorry. Pokemon Violet is, of course, the most recent Pokemon game in terms of a mainline game. Of course, we've had Pokemon Legends ZA since then, but Scarlet and Violet are the most recent mainline games, you would say, and I didn't like them. There are bits that I liked. There are certain characters that I liked. For example, Miriam and Rhyfort, I am now collecting cards for. I've pretty much done with Miriam, actually. I think I've pretty much done with both of them, funny enough. Rhyfort I wanted to collect because she's a history teacher. End of story. And Miriam's just lovely. She's the school nurse and I love her. I am doing TCG pages for those too, but in terms of the rest of the game, I didn't like it. I actually weirdly enjoyed the academy bit, the school bit, doing the classes. I enjoyed that. That's just who I am. But, I mean, going straight from Shield to Violet, I think that was Violet's detriment because the problems are so much more glaringly obvious when you've gone from one to the next in very quick succession. I quite enjoyed the towns and cities in Shield, particularly things like Glenwood Tangle, even though they're only tiny. In comparison, the places in Violet feel very, very shallow. I love snowy places in games, snowy villages, that kind of thing. So I was really looking forward to one of the places in Violet. And while it was my favourite in the whole game, it's not saying much. I think the cities were so big and they left so much to be desired. And Mesagoza, for example, why do you need 4 or 5 of the same shops in the same place? Why do we need 26 of the same restaurant? It just makes no sense to me. I feel like on the surface, the game is massive, but when you actually look at what's in the game, it's tiny. Do you know what I mean? Does that make any sense? I didn't think much to the graphics, to be honest. It's quite moany, this. I am a girly, right? I didn't like that I had to keep that ghastly school uniform on for the whole of the game. I want me dresses, I want me trousers, I want to get dressed up in a Pokemon game, which is what I did in Shield. Not that I'm saying the clothes were brilliant in Shield, mind you, but you're going to give me a Pokemon game and not allow me to change my clothes? I don't think so. I don't think so. So yes, that was a big problem for me. I had a lot of bugs and glitches, so I cannot imagine what this game was like on launch. I can't imagine it. So overall, would I play Pokemon Violet again? No. Am I buying the Area Zero DLC? No, I'm not. I bought the Shield DLC and I really enjoyed it. Would I buy the Violet DLC? No, I don't think I would. And you might say, I don't know, that it adds a bit to the game, and it probably does, but I'm just not interested. I'm really, really not interested. So my journey with Pokemon Violet started and ended this month, and it's ended forever. Again, TCG is a bit of a different matter, but in terms of actually playing the game again, will I play Pokemon Violet again? No, I won't. But I'm glad I've had the experience. So after that tangent, there's only one more game that I've been playing, and again, it's a playthrough here on this channel. Spyro 3 on Reignited. So I've been doing Spyro Year of the Dragon, but if I die, this playthrough ends. Well, you know how fabulously it went for Spyro 1 and Spyro 2. I'll just keep my mouth shut, shall I? Because it is an ongoing playthrough. So I hope you are enjoying it. I don't want to say too much. Of course, I love Spyro. I love the first 3 games in particular. Need to play some of the other games because I can't really remember them, but I do love Spyro. So that's really it. But it's kind of not, because I have been playing a few other games, but I don't want to talk about them because they are going to be playthroughs on the channel next month. So I will leave those for next month. But with that said, that's everything to talk about. So thank you very much for watching. Again, I feel like it's going to be quite a short wrap up, even with my Pokemon rant. You'll have to let me know. There's 2 questions today. First of all, what have you been playing? Have you bought any physical purchases in terms of video gaming? Let me know in the comments. And second, if you have played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, what were your honest thoughts on it? I would really, really love to know. So that's your 2 questions for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye EMbers.